Right now, you're tuning in to No Rap Cap Podcast every Tuesday, every Thursday. Be sure to subscribe to that YouTube channel. Yeah, man, we back. If you ain't telling a friend to tell a friend, you need to reflect.
That's right.
I go by GASDAHATER, man.
I'm Mr. MEANA, the instigator.
Man, we starting this bitch all because I've been telling you that mob shit so fucking phony and fake. Now all of a sudden, they killed the nigga who killed Takeoff.
Right. Shortly right after the statement that come out from J. Prince Sr. after he said, I ain't gonna let nobody, you can't hide under me, things of that nature. So evidently they must have knew directly that, it was somebody from within that camp that.
Yeah, man, nigga, all the shit coming out. It wasn't no straight bullet, no, none of that. Nigga, dude walked up, hit that boy in the head and kept it moving.
Right.
Nigga knew what the business was.
Right. So that was like a direct, hit. Like, what I'm saying? At the end of the day, they was saying that, like fires, bullets just rung out and dude just so happened got hit. You know what I'm saying? But now, like you said, the evidence that's coming out now is dude just walked directly up to him like he targeted him out the gate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a narrative they wanted to put out there for the straight bullet and this and that there.
They were saying his own partner hit him and things of that nature, like, like trying to say his own partner killed him, you know what I'm saying? Like trying to shoot back or whatever,
Yeah, man. Dog, you can't control no motherfucking grown man. These days, ain't no nigga, dog, out this bitch about to listen to a nigga 100%. That mob shit is fake as a motherfucker, bro.
Right.
That's grown men taking orders from other grown men. Dog, they ain't about to go like that.
Right. So it was also saying that it wasn't an order that was taken. It was more like, this dude took upon himself to do what he did. The little dude name was Lil Cam. They called him Lil Cammy out the fifth wall. And I think his name Isaiah. I think his name is something.
Fuck
his
that
middle
mob
name Isaiah
shit.
Cameron or something like that.
You ain't gotta. When you in the mob, nigga, you don't move unless you take orders. Unless you get an order.
Right.
Nigga just went up there and did that on his own. Man, ain't none of that mob shit. And then, dog, listen. When your motherfucking daddy be respected in a certain era,
right,
that shit don't automatically trickle down to you and your peers to where you get the same respect.
Right. You gotta be built like that too, or put in the work and the things of that nature to get that type of respect, like, but when you raised into, a family that's, your dad that highly respected, sometimes that make people ego just go left, like, shit, that's my daddy is, what I'm saying? Like, what I'm saying? And they go to living off that, like, what I'm saying? And people cater to him off of that, what I'm saying? Sometimes you just get close to that family, that circle, what I'm saying, at the end of the day.
Dog, that's the most naked and fucked up shit. Nigga killed the nigga who was there to kill somebody to keep you secure. You tell me there ain't no snake and shit.
Right. I mean, see, that's why I'm confused at. You know what I'm saying? I'm dude invited those dudes to come out, hang out, chill with them, brought them out, like I said, through the fifth wall, things like that. They riding and hanging the whole day. So evidently he made them feel like y'all good, bro. But because they get in an argument with one of the guys, like, or whatever, that's amongst the group, like even though dude said, let me get out here before I hurt somebody or whatever he said. Come on, bro, that's just words. That ain't no need to go and fucking dome check. You know what I'm saying? Especially the one that wasn't even saying nothing, that had nothing to do with it. If you was gonna be that vengeance toward handling your business, why you ain't handling business with the one who had the problem or the attitude with it? Not that neither one of those brothers needed to get shot or killed, but I'm saying if you're going to take it out on somebody, why not take it out on the person that's actually talking the shit or got the attitude or whatever may be the case? They hit the man that was chilling, laid to the back, and had nothing to do with the whole altercation, like, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day. So that's where it's foul at, and that's where it get funny at, to a level of like, damn, what really going on? Like, in hip hop, bro, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if you believe this. I don't totally believe it either, but they be talking about sacrificing and all this different type of shit that niggas do to, kind of like get this fame or whatever got to be done to get to the next level of the game. So, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, bro, but it's just funny that they kill this man, and this man really was like the innocent one in the whole, situation. At the end of the day, that shit just foul to me.
Nothing about that shit closer to a motherfucking mob.
Right.
Ain't no way, bro. Listen, that fucking mob shit is a persona for hip hop.
Right, but it comes from, like, it comes from Italians. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a whole Italian lifestyle that we adapt because that's what they consider gangster, like the mobs, like, the way the mob run, the way the mob.
I'm talking about now, this J. Prince Jr. shit.
Right.
That probably was, it was closer to your daddy to be into that type of shit from his level of age with the mafia and running shit. Right. You know what I'm saying? Not no much today. With the son, that's just a persona for hip hop, man. Ain't nothing mob about that shit. If a nigga gotta everybody want to be successful and don't want to move in a successful way, dog. Right. That's back to what a nigga was saying. Nigga, partners and homeboys, not security, dog.
Right. Guess they don't think. They just don't think. They go with the move. You already know that.
Nigga, a loose cannon, man. How that's part of the mob if a nigga a loose cannon?
Did you see the little kid that actually said he did it? He looked like a...
Yeah, I seen him. That's what it take. That's what it take every time. I ain't surprised or shocking about that.
Like that's
the nigga that'll walk up to a stone bone killer from the 90s who thinking everything all good and I'm mad respected and pop your fucking top.
Right. Yeah. With no worries about what's to come behind it or anything like that. They wind up killing a young man like real fast. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was like I said, a few days.
Because nigga couldn't let the shit get out what really, really happened all the way. That's why nigga was running with the straight bullet shit and all this old fake ass shit. Right. And what I hate about this whole fucking social media shit, nigga talking about. There's always a celebrity nigga. Nigga always talking about, man, nigga poster man on the ground, nigga kids, and all this shit here.
Right.
Yeah, all that's cool. But just like I said then, I'm saying now, regular motherfuckers die every single day. And now, and how this social media shit so spread, I wouldn't give a fuck who you is. You done seen somebody of that caliber. I mean, you done seen somebody that happened to before strolling on your motherfucking life that was a nobody.
Right.
You ain't saying nothing about it.
Right.
Don't say it now when it's a celebrity, dog.
Right.
You ain't saying nothing about it.
They do it to everybody, pretty much. Right. Anybody did.
And that ain't the part that kills me. The part that kills me is when a nigga say niggas doing that for clout. Which it may be the case, dog, but don't think because you saying the opposite of the positive side of it that it's not the same thing you doing, bro. Because you ain't got to mention it at all.
Right.
If one nigga doing it for clout and he's showing it and I get on there and talk about him, I'm doing it for the same reason, my nigga.
Yeah, right.
Because I don't got to speak on it.
Right. It ain't your business.
It ain't your business. If you really don't want to speak on it, you ain't got to speak on it.
Right.
So you doing it for the same way. Hooping and hollering in the camera and shit, talking about that's down bad. Man, regular people done died, bro, and you ain't do that.
Right.
You doing it for the same reason you saying the other nigga doing it. Y'all both doing the same thing. You just on the positive side and he on the negative side.
Right. Real talk.
What's the difference?
Yeah, it's all for clout at the end of the day. Like, that's the main mission of it. It's just sad, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, bro, like that we losing so many of these, like celebrities or rappers. I'm going to say rappers because it ain't really celebrities. I mean, like other celebrities like actors or basketball players and nobody like that. It's this rap thing. So, it goes back to, the energy of what we bringing toward us or challenging, to come toward us. You know what I'm saying? It's the shit we talk about that make anybody want to test us. Because basketball players, they be in some of those same environment, clubs, the whole nine. They get into it with people as well. But you don't see basketball, football players getting killed the way you see rappers getting killed. So do you think because of the shit that we talk about make a motherfucker challenge us to the same degree of wanting to kill us that way or whatever? Because fuck, like I say, it ain't just for no jury. Half of the shit ain't no robberies. Like they ain't taking they jewels or taking their money. They killing these people just, like damn near because of you in this environment or we got a beef or you was talking some shit that's on a record. Like, you know what I'm saying? Do you think it's the energy that we project out that's making it happen back to the rap side of it more than it's happening to any other celebrities?
Nah, I think that shit blown out of proportion about a nigga want to try you, nigga want to check you what you saying. Nah, bro, if you in a situation, you're in a situation. You could play golf, my nigga. If you was in that situation, you was in that situation. I don't look at it like that, dog. You was in a bad situation. Your homeboys and partners was security, dog. Niggas you can't control. Motherfuckers who real security, dog. You think because a nigga live there and get a motherfucking pass a test and get a badge that they all of a sudden fucking He-Man or something? They praying nothing don't happen, bro. So you can't, I'm saying it's even tricky when you have real security.
Right.
They still regular people. That's like a nigga getting killed in the hood every day with a gun. But I'm thinking, shit, you was Rambo. How you keep getting killed and you got, every time we take a picture, you got 10 guns on this bitch. Big shit.
Right.
So you pass a test and get
a license.
Get a license and shit. You still, if you ain't got the heart to do that, and you ain't take that shit serious, what your job and your clients to the where you willing to die, that's not even the case when you have real security, bro.
Right.
Because them real security got motherfucking families and they trying to make it home too. That's like joining the fucking army. People going to the army for the benefits, nigga not going to the army because one day I won't go to war.
Right. You know
what I'm saying?
It's the benefits of it.
It's the same thing, bro. I can hang with PNC. I could do this and do that and get some money from doing it, man. I pray nothing happen to fucking PNC because I'm not trying to defend them like that. I want the money, man, and the fucking looks from being with them, and that's why a nigga get killed. Nigga get killed with security.
Right. But you know, real security, the guys that's licensed to do what they're doing, they are trained to de-escalate the problem, not, you know, instigate the problem. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's the difference between your hood security guys, because they looking like, you know, I want him to know I'm going to take care of that. He in good hands when he with me. So they would escalate the problem instead of de-escalating it, you know what I'm saying? Because that's the strike that they get with the celebrity that they supposed to be protecting. See, I'm the one that's going to go all out for you. Know I'm going to get it done. I got your life. I'm going to make sure you good. You know, I think a lot of them be itching to do something like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? More than a security, a guy that works with a license. He is trained to de-escalate the problem, to get the person out of harm's way and everybody make it home safely. I just know that those street dudes not thinking that way. They only thinking from a street perspective. Like, you know what I'm saying? They got a problem, pop one of their head. You know what I'm saying? Like pop somebody down. Like that's the mindset of a street nigga, like how they get down. You know what I'm saying? So
that shit just scary regardless, dog. That's textbook shit. Diffusing the situation. Ain't no nigga coming around the corner 100 miles per hour, man, nigga, with a fucking Draco, with a solids on that bitch in the beam. What you trying to what you gonna diffuse?
No, I'm talking about before you can get to that problem. Usually, if they can, you know, alleviate the problem before it escalates to that type of issue, then they'll try to get that straight. Hold up, brother. So hold up, you know, walk him off. You know, like try to like keep the problem down. See, like the stuff that was going on for as them arguing and shit was getting to that little level where they was getting heated. A security that's licensed to be like, look, fellas, that's enough, but like they'll try to, you know, mediate and get that thing solved before it escalates into what it escalated to get Takeoff, you know what I'm saying, you know, knocked off. Like, you know, and that's the difference between the hood partners. All the hood partners around there watching it, seeing how far it's about to go. You know, knowing that it's about to get ugly. That's why they had the dude in the picture clutching the gun already, because he already see this shit getting ugly. You know what I'm saying? Right. He ain't about to go, hold up, fellas, y'all stop that shit. No, he was just waiting for it to go to the next level, and then bam, it's on and popping. That's just the difference. And that's why they always tell people, try to get some trained security around you, because they understand more how to get things resolved without it turning into what it turned into with Takeoff. You know what I'm saying?
You like I say, bro.
Now if it...
Nothing is a fucking 100% possible that you going home with your life unless you move right, dog. Right. Unless you become successful and deal with the shit that come with being successful, dog. You gotta adapt that mentality. I can't go certain places. I can't go with certain people. You think you're gonna become a successful and celebrity and you can still go on the green tank in the hood and smoke blunts? You know what I'm saying? Because I got love around here, this is where I'm from. You're gonna be a dead fucking soul. Right. Every time.
That's what all of them believe, though, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, those stripes come from, those people make you feel heroic. Other stars don't make you feel like, you know, you that person. Like, to be around you, be like, oh, I'm around this person or whatever. But the people that make you feel like a hero or a big dog is the people that's in those areas that you come from. You know what I'm saying? You become their hero, and that feels good to those brothers, and that's why they do it. Not saying that it's the wisest thing to do, but it's saying that I understand why most of them go back to the hood to do it. They want to feel like, you know what I'm saying, I ain't scared. you know what I'm saying, to go back to my hood, or I can go back to my hood. You know, one of the things that I used to hear young people say, they told me, you know, when I found I couldn't go back to my hood, when I was in my hood. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the kind of models that, you know, a lot of these artists feel like, especially when they come from the trenches or come from the streets. They don't want to feel like, man, I made money, but I ain't make money enough to not come back around here and be able to get respected the way I should be respected. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that leads to their demise. Like, it's not a wise thing, but it's what we do because of, you know, the way people make us feel when we come around. Like, you know, it's just
that
a different
shit started
feeling.
from a motherfucking, I don't know, that was a Kanye ball, Young Jeezy ball. Man, nigga can keep letting that fucking music fool them. And I never heard nobody say that. I only heard that shit on music.
What you say?
Man, hold on, bro. Daddy, I'm in a podcast. I'm going to call you when I finish, okay? You heard me? I'm going to call you when I finish the podcast. You don't got to keep calling. I'm in the podcast. I'm going to call you. What?
Real daddy do this right now.
What'd you say, Daddy? I'm in the podcast. I'm going to call you back when I finish.
That's that real man shit right there. Take that time out for your kids, bro. You know what I'm talking about? No matter if you're at work or not.
Well, it ain't going to be in there.
That was real talk, though. I like that. You should keep that in there, bro. That's real.
But, yeah, bro, that's just some music shit, dog. None of that shit ain't real. I don't know how many times a nigga got to get killed for you to know that you got to move a certain type of way and you going to be a lost soul. Nigga don't even talk about P&B rock no more. Next week, nigga not talking about this shit. Man, right. You better start living for you, dog.
Right, but you know what the problem at? The people might not be talking about P&B rock, but I'm quite sure his family is. You know what I'm saying? I'm quite sure, you know, his close friends are. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a loss that they got to live with.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Right, that's the only people that gonna matter.
Right. But you know, like,
and eventually that shit don't matter. That shit. No, listen.
Yeah, people got to live on. Like,
nigga gonna live on. Cause you know what? In a few hours, dog. In a few hours, 2-3 days tops, the crime gonna stop. That happened first. Your son, he going back to football practice.
Right. Life goes back to
your mama, she going back and watching her favorite cooking shows.
Right.
And eventually she'll be laughing at something with her girlfriends. Right. You know what I'm saying? Your baby mama, she gonna grieve and she gonna look at some pictures and the pictures on her desk at work and through her fucking phone. And then somebody gonna be saying, "Girl, you got to get yourself together."
Right. You gotta get back right.
You know what I'm saying? And then that go to nigga who she been wanting to fuck with her and been wanting to holler at her.
Now she talking.
Right. Now she talking to him, right. And now she gaining emotions for the new nigga.
Right.
You in the win, bro.
Right. It's over.
That shit take a week or 2 tops, dog. So I don't understand. Nigga better start living for themselves, dog. Because when you go and your partners and them, they gonna post you up every fucking blue moon when they think about it on your birthday.
On your birthday.
None of them niggas going to your grave site and clean that bitch, cut the grass around it, put flowers in it. The niggas you say I love gang that you smoking blunts with, right. Them niggas not going to your grave site and decorate that bitch. Nigga not passing by your mama on Mother's Day or none of that shit, my nigga.
Right.
This shit for real, bro. Right. Nigga better get it together, dog.
Yeah, they act like it's a game that you could put a quarter in and, you know what I'm saying, get another life. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how they play with their own life. They don't just don't cherish it the way that they should. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's becoming culture to a level of, you know, debt in the black community is like a part of our culture now. So we get so numb to it. It's just another, you know what I'm saying? It's almost like on Paid in Full. Niggas die every day, B. You know what I'm saying? Like get yourself back together. Like, man, come on, that's what come with it. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, like I said, that shit ain't as easy said as pretty much done. You know what I'm saying? You know, especially if you're dependent on a person or that person was the person that, you know, kind of was the provider for the family. Like, man, that ain't, you know, for the family, that shit ain't no easy walk. Like, you know, like I heard you saying like a week later or whatever, not when they're the provider, not when they're the one that you counting on, it don't go away that easily. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because your life was on a certain standard that you gotta like come down from, and that shit just don't feel good. So that's a reminder every day when you look at your life at what it could have been with this dude being here and what it is with this dude not being here is a big difference.
Now that shit right there is to a certain degree. Because dog, your people gonna adapt. They forced to adapt.
They gotta. They gotta. But it don't make it right.
It's still gonna be a lost soul, bro. You a lost soul, my nigga. No matter what a nigga think, nigga gonna be a lost soul in a minute, dog. Your family, your old lady, your wife, your kids, everybody gonna move on, dog. The one who you think, cause you was the provider, you was the fucking bring all the money home, dog. You gonna be replaced, my nigga, with somebody else, dog.
Right.
It's real. No matter
it is
relations
real.
or none of that
It
shit.
is real.
You gonna be, and then a woman, your body, nature, everything. You got needs, man. You about to be fucking another nigga next month, man. You about to be fucking another nigga next month. As soon as the nigga leave, you back going through your phone. But when a nigga come around again, shit, you forgotten again. And then as many times that keep happening, you're not even gonna be thought about at all.
Right, get further away. You become just a thing of the past for real. But like I say, I don't know, bro. It's just confusing to me on that level because you know what I'm saying? I think about it all the time. You know what I'm saying? I do the music business. I don't chase music, meaning I'm not recording songs no more, but I'm actually still going out doing shows, and I think about that shit every time I leave my house. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, I hope I make it back home because I know shit escalate from just being whoever. A girl could get on stage dancing. I be having to watch how I'm singing songs. You know, we got a song called So Attractive. I'm singing to a motherfucker. That's why I pick chicks that I feel like she look like she by herself, she fat, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that they ain't feeling like I'm trying to really be on because I don't know what people be thinking in their mind, like from this shit, bro. Like, you know, so with all these rappers dying, bro, like even though I'm a little older and I'm not directly in the mix of that shit, I still go out and do these shows and a lot of that shit can still transpire right there at a concert off of somebody thinking something that it wasn't. You know what I'm saying? So still like a little scary little business to be in. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, when you feel like, you know, these people are targeted to a degree of like, people want to get a stripe off it. People want to make an example out you the whole nine. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just don't want to be that statistic, you know what I'm saying, for my family and my friends. You know what I'm saying, bro? So I think about
niggas just
shit.
happen to be a rapper, dog. I can't keep saying because it's rappers, dog. It's the culture outside of the rapper shit. It's not that a nigga a rapper, dog. That shit could have happened to anybody, just happened to be a rapper, dog.
But it ain't no coincidence to you that it's happening to so many rappers?
Nah, because it's a coincidence that it's happening to everybody, but the niggas who in our face is the rappers. This shit happen every day. Like the shit you just said, niggas die every day, B.
Right.
It's just that a nigga in your eyes, dog. That's why you can see them niggas like that. Because that's, man, dog, somebody got killed yesterday. Somebody got killed yesterday in Missouri, my nigga. Somebody got killed yesterday in Nebraska.
Right.
Niggas got killed, my nigga. You don't know them niggas.
Right. They die every day. You just don't know the people. Like, I'm not saying that don't happen.
So you can't just look at it and say it's just rappers. It's not just rappers, dog. It's everybody. You just see the rappers because they celebrities. Right. That's with anything. I don't never look at it like rappers, dog.
But this is what I'm trying to say. When it's like, when you're a celebrity, you look a little above some of the stuff that go on in the everyday shit that you see happening. That's why it's so shocking to people because they think because you're a celebrity, you know what I'm saying, a certain level of respect come for that, you know what I'm saying, which is starting to show that ain't true. But that's how people look at it. Like when you're a celebrity, you're a little above.
Yeah, that's true. And I'm trying to tell you why niggas look at it like that. Like that's not real. Looking at it like that. It's every fucking day, dog. They got niggas that just died on fucking Manhattan 2 days ago.
Right.
I know niggas do this shit continuously, my nigga.
Right.
It ain't so I can't get on this bitch talking about rapper. You just was one of them niggas in that 100, bro. Rapper, carpenter, fucking nigga who work on a boat, lay rugs. That happened to be your title.
Right.
And that's what a nigga saying because carpenters ain't on that bitch like that. Right. If it was all carpenters and carpenters had a motherfucking show every fucking day, all day, you'd be like, damn, number of carpenters died.
Right, if that was the case, I look at it still like it's what we project out that we get back in. You know what I'm saying? And that's my beliefs on it. I believe what we talk about, we draw back to us. Like, you know what I'm saying? So we talking about killing, popping, like all this kind of shit. At the end of the day, that's what comes with the shit that you put out. You get it back. Like, you know what I'm saying? You faced with the reality of what you talk about. They say what you talk about the most of is what you will be faced with, like, you know what I'm saying? So if every song you come out, you talking about busting a nigga dome and spinning on somebody and the whole nine, like, you bound to get caught up in that type of trap because that's what you entertaining the whole time, you know? I think if these rappers or whoever wasn't entertaining that type of shit, I mean, I don't get, like, it goes to what you were saying, Carpenter or whatever, if they're not entertaining pretty much some of the shit, not saying that they won't die, but as many of them wouldn't be dying the way that they dying at the pace that they dying at now. Like, I'm talking about every month down, it look like another rapper fucking getting
because the nigga rappers
killed.
doing regular shit as people, dog.
Right.
I live my life thinking realistic, dog. I don't fucking live my life talking about what I talk about, what's gonna happen. I don't even understand that to some degree. How what the fuck I'm saying gonna happen next week? I've been fucking praying to get $1 million since forever.
Right.
Why ain't never fucking happened? So the negative shit that I speak happen.
You probably got $1 million in the long run.
You know what I'm saying?
Throughout life.
The negative, but you know what I'm saying? The negative
Right.
shit always come back. Well, not the power. Why the positive shit don't?
Right.
I don't live my life like that. That shit, I just don't understand how something that I'm saying got attachment to somebody that I don't even know, bro. That could do me something. Like, I understand what people said, though, but I don't live my life like that, dog. Keep claiming some fucking mob shit. Keep thinking that you won't claim a certain hood to get respected from a name that hood got 1,000 years ago before you even been alive. Like, nah, man, I ain't with that. Right. That shit not real, dog. Right. That's why I don't give a fuck about claiming no hood, no certain hood and shit. Because, dog, ain't nothing positive came to me from no hood that I'm from, dog. All negative shit. Nothing but motherfucking jail time and pain. If I could set the clock back, dog, and reroute this shit all again, I'll be with like-minded people. I'll be 15. My credit score will be 800 instead of being every nigga I know that I fuck with and smoke blunts with, convicted felon with 4 or 5 gun wounds apiece. That
right.
shit not real.
But, okay, I'm glad you brought that up. With that being said, when you was into that lifestyle, wasn't it something you was entertaining, like, you know what I'm saying, for as like living it, you know, you was engulfed in what's going on in that hood, like for as fully. They got some people that lived in that hood that wasn't engulfed in none of that kind of stuff, wasn't entertaining none of that, doing their own thing, going to school, whatever, they were playing football the whole nine, wasn't even caught up in none of that. But the people that was kind of like, you know, trapped into the stuff that, you know, we hustling, we gonna hit a lick, like just that whole talk and, you know, energy toward doing that. That's what led all that stuff to kind of happening. Like, would you agree? And when you change your mind...
Yes, but that's what I'm trying to tell you. It's not nothing that a nigga speaking, dog. I'm saying it's something that a nigga doing.
But don't... You
not speaking, saying, man, we doing this. Nah, this is something a nigga doing. When you doing negative shit, dog, a conflict amongst people gonna happen, dog. If a nigga stayed on that porch every day and just talk that shit about the shit that they saying, it wouldn't have happened to them. There's people indulging, dog. Yeah, you gonna get shot. Yeah, you gonna get the shit that come with that shit, dog. Not because a nigga just talking about it. These niggas just wasn't talking, they was doing.
Right. It's the communication though that leads to y'all doing the actions. That's the whole level. Y'all ain't doing nothing just out the blue. Y'all talking
That's
about
exactly
it.
what I'm trying to tell you. Not just talking gonna make something happen to a nigga. You gotta indulge.
Yeah, right. You gotta indulge in it. Or you gotta be, you know, fully believing that this is how it go, like too, as well. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what make you kind of like put the actions behind what you believe, how you get down. But it's when you change that, like you don't even look at life that way no more because you change your mindset like on it. Like, so you don't even want to be around nothing like that, you know, at the end of the day, because you got a kid that you trying to go home to or make sure you there for. That's the difference. Like, I just think the people that's
changing
not
your surroundings. That ain't me just I still talk the shit as I was in the hood because some of that shit in the nigga mind, but I'm not into that.
You're not living
That's the difference.
You're not living it.
Nothing ain't about to happen to a nigga just talking. I don't live my life like that, dog. Put out to the universe, you get that back, man. Fuck all that. I'm living my life real life on real life terms. Not no shit. Nah, fuck all that. They got motherfuckers been praying for 100 years just talking. They ain't never got a blessing.
Yeah, but you got to put some action behind anything that you do. You know what I'm saying? You got to put a good foot forward on anything, whether it's negative or positive. It's you say it, but it's the foot that you put forward that makes the difference.
You agreeing to the shit that I'm saying? Niggas talking about niggas rapping about it, and they doing it, putting themselves in situations to where something could happen. That's their actions.
Right. I'm
niggas
not
just
disagreeing.
not rapping about it, but that's to your point though. Niggas not just rapping about it and saying because that they make music like that. That's why the shit happened to them. Fuck no, man. Some niggas tell other niggas story. And nothing ever happened to them. Nigga better start motherfucking living the way that they want to live. You know what I'm saying? Cause just talking about it, dog. In a good way or the positive way, man. You got to put yourself in a situation to where you can know, man. I can motherfucking cut my chances by a high percentage of something happening to me if I move a certain type of way with security or no security.
Right. Just putting myself in an environment of danger, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I say, so with that being said, do you believe that when it's your time, it's your time? Because people always say, it was just his time, like, ain't nothing you could do. Because people like, I feel like it's my fault. You know, if I would have did this, if I would have just came and picked him up or whatever may be the case, it wouldn't have happened. You know, I'm quite sure Quavo, you know, just since we talking about that, thinking like, man, I should have just let that shit go with dude and we should have just got out of there and my nephew would be still alive right now. Do you believe that when it's your time, it's your time? Like,
nah, fuck no. I don't believe no when your time because on natural cause. On a natural cause debt, it's your time. You know what I'm saying? You got old, you know what I'm saying? You done had a wreck and you went to the hospital, then you all of a sudden you couldn't make it because your accident was that detrimental and shit like that. Not because you get into an argument with a nigga and the nigga bust your head. Fuck no, that ain't your time. You expedited your time.
Sped it up, bro.
You sped it up.
Right.
Shit like that.
That's something to look at, you know, because, you know, like I said, me coming up, I always thought that, you know, because it was programmed in me to think that, you know, it was taught to me that, you know, when it's your time, ain't nothing you can do about it. You could be sleeping and the roof falling on you. Like, that's just how it go. When it's your day, when God ready to call you home, it'll call you home. So it had me going through life in a way of thinking like, man, nigga, shoot me. If it ain't time for me to go, I'm just going to have a hole in my head. You know what I'm saying? I you know, because they got people that got shot, stood over, you know, side. They got somebody got shot in the leg, died, bled to death, the whole nine. So they got people that got car accidents, smashed up, walked out that bitch without a scratch on their body. Another person, you know what I'm saying, had a little funny looking wreck, and it took their whole life. So, you know, when you start thinking about some of these incidents, like, is this the reason he died? You'll see somebody else that didn't die for that. It made me believe that, you know, everybody must have their own time of day to go because bullets ain't killing everybody, car crashes ain't killing everybody, cancer ain't killing everybody. Got people that come out of it.
Why God wants you to get shot in the head and leave? That shit just don't make that shit deep, dog. Why, my nigga? It's your time to go, so damn, we gonna say he gonna get taken out for a bullet, a train gonna hit him, he gonna jump off the bridge.
A million ways to die, choose one.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
a million ways to die, choose one.
I don't believe in none of that shit, man. You can expedite your situation, my nigga, by putting yourself in some fucked up situations.
That make a lot of sense too. But I'm just saying, you know, I had to ask the question because I know that is a theory that people put out there that you can't die before your time. You know what I'm saying? When it's your time, you know, it is. They got kids that die stillborn, like, you know what I'm saying, in the stomach, the whole nine. They got some kids, you know, 1 year old, all the way up, you know, to whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? People say cigarettes kill you. Another lady smoke cigarettes, she 100 years old. You know what I'm saying?
I look at that shit like that's the easy way out when a nigga don't have nothing to say to justify your debt. That's the number one thing. It was his time.
Right.
Cause you can't heal a nigga hurt, my nigga. So that's the only thing that's justifiable. That's like when you go to the fucking funeral. Nigga that killed 40 people.
Right.
It was his time. Yeah, I guess so. It was his time. Shit. One of them niggas that he killed, people came back and killed his fucking ass. So I guess it was his time. Right. Believing none of that shit. Nigga could keep acting like nigga trying to save the world. What's the solution? What we need to do? No, nigga, what you need to do.
Right.
Cause I know what I'm gonna do. I'm here to protect my motherfucking family, and I'm gonna die trying. That's what I need to do, my nigga.
I feel you totally on that. They got some other things going on.
Because if you was that motherfucking positive, always talking about black on black, the rappers and all that, if you was that fucking positive, nigga, you would be open to the knowledge that the Muslims be trying to give a nigga instead of running, or you would be anxious to buy one of them fucking Final Call newspapers. That nigga be up and down on diamond for you, about black on black, we need a solution.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Fuck nah, fuck. It's a bigger picture, dog. That shit is revolving because niggas, when you come up like that and you're a product of your environment, shit, before you fucking 19, you're a convicted felon. So nigga come home, can't get no job. Nigga could get a job where they feeling like a slave at McDonald's or something, but that ain't enough
for your dreams.
Yeah, nigga don't want to live there, because then you're gonna be working to live. Ain't no nigga won't be working to live, dog. Right. And that's what make a nigga say, I gotta go out and get something. And the only niggas you see is black people with something that making it look good to you. The cars, the jewelry, and all that. That black on black shit never gonna stop. Cause it's a bigger picture, my nigga. Right. And that's shit right there.
Do you think it's highlighted to a degree? Because this is how I look at it. Like they always say black on black crime. And you always talk about that. Me and you always talk about the black on black crime. But I feel like it's highlighted to a degree where only the news and the media outlets only put up black on black crime, because you can't tell me Vietnamese or, because I was in Michoud, bro, and they used to be fighting and people, Lil Vu got killed. Never saw it on the news. You know what I'm saying? Vu got killed by another Vietnamese, but I never saw it on the news. White on white crime, they got people that do it. Them trailer park trade people be stabbing each other up the whole nine. They be on meth. They be doing all kind of crazy shit and killing each other up. But I never see white on white crime highlighted in the news the way that they highlight black on black crime. I feel like it's a agenda that they want to paint us a picture as being a certain kind of person or monster or whatever.
None of that shit for us, dog. And dog,
what you mean? When you say
the news and all that shit. If a black person was over all that shit, my nigga, you wouldn't see that. Right. You wouldn't see black on black. And another thing, dog, if blacks was the only race in this world, my nigga, what a nigga say then?
Right.
If the blacks was only the race in this world thing, it wouldn't have no crime. Nothing would happen. That's what I'm trying to tell you. This shit way bigger, bro.
Right.
Nigga, we talking about black on black. Yeah, that shit ain't stopping, dog. Right. They got white on white. They got Vietnamese on, like you said. This shit not stopping, my nigga. It's just that you see it about with us because we not one of the people that own that shit, that run that shit.
So right. So
so it's not just black on black, dog.
Right.
So you can't get fucking crossed up talking about, man, we got to stop the black killing. We got to stop the solution. It ain't no fucking solution, my nigga. I'm not getting on this bitch and on some positive shit.
No.
Like all that. That's the real, my nigga. If a black person ran the news, if the black people was the Jews and all that, with the fucking richest people, with the black banks in the world, everything, bro, you would see everything about white people. Right. You would see everything about Vietnamese people. Right. So I ain't getting caught up into that when I'm knowing this, that they just selling to us as black on black when I know, shit, Bobby just killed motherfucking Leon. Right. And they was white. You know what I'm saying?
Right, real talk. Right.
I ain't getting caught into that.
Right. And the reason why I wanted to speak on it, but because, that's what's going on right now. I'm glad you kind of went into that. That's a good segue to go into the thing that happened with, the Kyrie Irving thing, like, you know what I'm saying, with him. The guy put out, he just tweeted a link to a documentary. It was Hebrews to Negroes or whatever like that. And they said they had a lot of anti-Semitic stuff in there. But nobody's going after Amazon, who got the platform that is on. Nobody's going after the guy who actually made the documentary. They're not talking about those people. Like the anti-Semitic stuff should be against the person who actually made the documentary or the platform that's promoting it. Instead, they come at Kyrie Irving because he just tweeted. He didn't say go look at it. He didn't say check it out. They got some real. Dude say I looked up. He looked up his name and he said his name tied back to Hebrew, so that made him go and what popped up was that documentary. So he saw the documentary Hebrew to Negroes. He checked it out, and all he did was tweet it out. And at the end of the day, they banned dude from 5 games of playing in the NBA. They want an apology from him. They want also Nike and took their deal from him, like meaning like they're not putting out his tennis no more, things of that nature, because you tweeted a link to something like that. You know what I'm saying? So that goes back to what you're saying. It's because we don't own the media outlets like that we can portray our people as being a certain kind of way. You know what I'm saying? So that's something that's in the news right now.
Before a nigga get to some of that shit, cause myself, I'm a smart dude and I can put shit together by context around certain shit. But if a motherfucker can't, that they just keep hearing that word. Just break down what that shit even means to some people who watching, because they don't even know. They just keep hearing that same shit, and they don't even know what the fuck they fucking hear.
It's like you saying something degrading toward the Jews, like, you know what I'm saying, something that's a violation to them as Jewish, like, you know what I'm saying. It's like it's almost like you, like if we talk about slavery and we say slavery, you know, was a choice, or something like how your boy Kanye said, that's like you know, that's anti-Semitic toward the Jewish people, because they talk about the Holocaust and the things that they went through. So anything that go against the Jews on any level, because the Jews saying that they're being attacked, which if they are being attacked like they say they are, then why we don't see it on the news the way we see just black on black crime stuff? You know, propaganda all across the news, the whole nine. Like, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, we don't see that, but they saying that all these Jewish people is under attack. And when people make statements like that, they make people attack the Jewish community. And that's what they against. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's what anti-Semitic mean, that you downgrading the Jewish people, or saying something hateful toward them in a level which caused them harm, or, you know, from what they went through with the Holocaust.
And don't make me, because I ain't think about that last time, the Kanye and the slavery part. I'm gonna tell you about that. But niggas be laying up there and think that because, yeah, it might help you out with money, because that, you know, I gotta deal with you and you giving me money. So that's cool. It might help a nigga out.
Right.
Bruh, that shit don't do nothing to a motherfucker, because I ain't gotta deal with you no more.
Right.
Like, the only reason why an endorsement come in, bro, is not for me to help you, bro. It's for
me to help sell some shoes for you.
What? I don't understand. I'm not getting. I only got to deal with you because of who I am. And you try to take advantage of me to sell your product.
Shit, right.
So how taking a deal from me hurt me? It hurt you more than it hurt me. Right. But the reason why it's done, because all y'all gotta be Jewish. All the shit that's ran from the top gotta be Jewish. So you talking about me directly. So that's why I gotta snatch the deal.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Because the people are the higher up, Nike is Jewish.
Right.
So you're talking about me directly, not because I'm afraid of the Jews. I don't want to be. I don't want to be attached to your statement, because if that was the case, what the fuck he got something to do with Nike? Right. Why fucking Balenciaga dropping Kanye West when? What the fuck is that? Because y'all Jews, bro. Right. So the shit that he's saying is directly to y'all, and that let a motherfucker know that's the people who run this world.
Right. I mean, it's to also show the power, you know, structure of like we make you, we break you, like type of idea.
That's what I'm trying to tell you, all the power.
Yeah, so they're looking like, you know what I'm saying, we'll take this from you because, you know, we're gonna still sell tennis. Like, you know, it's like, I think that they look at it more like man, we make and break y'all all day. You know, after you don't have another basketball player, what we take from you, we can give to him. We're gonna still make the money with or without you.
Vice versa.
So I'm gonna take it from you because, you know, first of all, I made you believe that, you know, it's value to you to a certain degree to feel like that's why we gave the money, because you Kyrie Irving, you did whatever. But we'll take it back from you, give it to the next man that we building up, that's coming up, and we're gonna still make the same amount of money that we would have made whether it was you or anybody, like, you know, because we are the brand. Like,
yeah,
you know?
But the main thing is I can't have no nigga that's not robotic towards me. That's what it is, dog.
Right. You can't have your own voice, like
every nigga who come up, I need him to be him peck on what the fuck I say.
Right.
You start talking that's just like, that's a regular conversation at a job. Nigga don't want nobody under them that's always bucking. So you keep going to the fucking boss, man. This nigga got a problem. Nah, bro, because you want all the niggas who yes man you, and so you won't have a problem. Right. Once a nigga come there and they fucking challenging shit that you saying, now he a problem. Right. Nah, bro, you just want a smooth sell.
Right. So you think it's you know, I was listening to, the Sports Little Center or whatever, and I saw Shaq and Barkley like kind of speak on he shouldn't have said it, he's an idiot for that.
Yeah, that's niggas who are lying with shit. The same shit, man. You ain't a robotic motherfucker. The motherfuckers who speak out, dog, they always get looked at like that because it's abnormal, dog. And just like homie who kneeled.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The
football player.
The football player.
Right.
Kanye, Kyrie Irving, it's the same shit, dog. Motherfuckers who speaking out. We gonna take these deals and then, God forbid, something happen to them. Cause that's the, why you think, dog?
See the difference in his, and your boy took the knee, I'm kind of, forgetting the name or Kaepernick. When he took the knee, he took the knee for some black powers, like a pride of black people or something like that, to that degree. So they wind up endorsing him more. He wound up getting a deal with Nike. You know what I'm saying? Nike, used them because they know they sell it to a lot of black people. So at the end of the day, we getting behind Kaepernick for taking the knee and kneeling or whatever. And so Buku Nike, I don't know if it was like around that time when it happened, they had Instagram, man, niggas had Nike bag tennis, like, it's just like oversaturated with Nike because they supposedly had got behind the black man on the level. And I was like, man, that ain't nothing but a game to make the consumer, which they know black people spend trillions of dollars a year, you know what I'm saying, in retail, to a level where, we're going to get behind him. But he didn't say nothing anti-Semitic against Jewish people or nothing to that nature. So that's a little different with his situation.
The difference, that the part that's in common is niggas all did something that was abnormal.
Right.
That ain't about the situation, what the situation was.
All right.
It's
I just was clarifying
a nigga
that.
did something that wasn't done by the majority.
Right.
That's what that's what's in common.
He took a different stance on whatever move he made.
I niggas been talking about bubblegum. It was something different than the bubblegum company, nigga. It was different.
Right.
It ain't about the situation. It's about what a nigga done.
Right.
Period. To stand out.
Right.
And it's the same, dog.
Yeah, so the same.
And they get looked at like that, bro. But I fucking, dog, I know and I believe if Kanye was to do his own thing, nigga wouldn't buy that shit no more.
Right.
Nigga wouldn't buy all that other shit no more. Kanye one of the most influential niggas on this planet.
Right.
If he would do his own shit.
If he didn't have Adidas behind it,
he still gonna do his shit.
But you think people will still buy it?
Fucking right. Yeah, fucking right. Niggas still, you think nigga wearing Yeezys because they're Adidas? Niggas don't even wear Adidas.
No, I think they buying into it because of Yeezy, but I'm also thinking that.
When the last time you saw a nigga go get some regular Adidas, bro, when Kanye wasn't involved? That was what? You talking about fucking the 90s when nigga was wearing shell toes and
shell toe farms, right. That was probably the last era of real
nigga don't wear no Adidas. Nigga don't wear Gap, bro. Nigga was wearing Gap when I was a kid. Nigga don't wear no Gap.
Right. So you think that, I know that he made an influence to bring things his way, but I was just trying to be like, I know that machine behind Adidas is the difference.
He got enough money to fucking do that shit. I heard Russell Simmons say, listen, do your own shit, we behind you. Multiple people like that.
Yeah. Sway's told him that out the gate. He's like, Sway, you don't know the answers. Sway, you do not know the answer.
The whole that was the
answer. The whole thing was do your own thing, but it's just it ain't. It's easily said than done. That machine that's behind it, that whole. Even though you got the money, you got to have the right people in position.
Nigga didn't know the answers because you wasn't in a situation to get around these people to where I know that I got to do this to even touch these bees. But now I don't want to do that, and I see it's so crucial up there to where I'll speak on the shit now, and then they ban me.
Right, but with those people being in all the power that they're in, I like how your boy said the small hats. That's what he called them. Your boy, the show that you turned me on to, the guy from New York, Hill Figure. You know what I'm saying? He called them the small hats, right? So with the small hats being in the position that they're in, it's almost like your money not good when I got to deal with these type of people that's in position because they got the factory, got all the stuff that's needed to kind of like that I have to go through, like distribution, the stores, the whole nine. Because you could say I'm gonna get my own this and own that, but then you still got to get it distributed to make it impactful enough for everybody to be able to get it the whole nine. Like,
how much you think all that shit costs when amongst 15 black niggas who behind you all millionaires? You think that shit can't happen?
Yeah, I mean it can happen if we can come together. I just don't see at this day and time that we coming together. They'll say anything with their mouth is until you got to put your foot behind it, your action behind
because you want to stay on the level on the good side with the people.
Right. That's the biggest problem. So that's what I'm saying. It's like, yeah, I hear what you're saying. Russell said this, Russell said that, but at the end of the day, like, you put your money where your mouth is, and then it all show up. Like,
no,
then I believe it.
I only can say that about the niggas who don't say that, because what Russell's saying that if he was on that side, then that'll trigger the people, let them know that you rocking with Kanye. So I can't be on that side because I ain't even worried about the backlash that comes from that, from me even saying this about Kanye. No, I got to think about that, about the niggas who never said nothing at all. Cause that's why you ain't saying nothing. In your heart, you get on the phone with me. Kanye said that when I get in the group text with these niggas and all that, niggas saying all this.
Right. I can feel you on that. Like, you feel like because Russell said something that already let it be known. Like, whether he not doing it or all doing it, he stood up enough to say, "I'm standing with you." Like, you know? Right.
Because if that wasn't the case, I wouldn't even be allowed to say that much.
Right. You heard? I didn't hear that, but you saw that on some kind of public platform. That
on YouTube. Okay. Do your own thing with the Adidas and threw that shit to the side.
Right.
Do your own thing, man. We behind you. 100. Mm-hmm. A nigga with bees.
Oh, so Russell? You think Russell? I ain't never hear him classified as a billionaire.
What, millions? Shit, yeah, nigga had mad millions.
Well, I saw that P. Diddy did something that set him apart, put him in the B club. He invested $185 million into the cannabis thing where,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, and I'm like, it's gonna set him apart, like, you know what I'm saying, being one of the first black, you know what I'm saying, billionaires in that field, like, you know what I'm saying, for us at what he's looking to do, the dispensaries and the whole nine. So I thought that was a good look on the side of him. But he's one of them guys that I think he's on the other side. I think he's on the side of the small hats people, because he don't want to lose like that, that type of business. Like, I don't think he's speaking out on. He speak black power, all that type of stuff, but he don't speak nothing when it comes down to something like where Kanye and Kyrie going through. Those dudes, like, Kanye said a lot of shit, all kind of shit, but the dude Kyrie, bro, like, you know what I'm saying, I'm totally looking at him like, man, I think that they picking with him because of the jab. You know what I'm saying? The shit came back from when we was dealing with the COVID stuff. You know what I'm saying? With him talking about he wasn't going to take the jab, the whole nine. Like, I think, he set out, he stood on his square at that time when he didn't play ball. They was like, you can't play no basketball for X amount of time until you take the jab. He was like, well, I ain't playing.
Because, dog, the people in the motherfucking banks, the people in the banks, the people over these corporations, the people who over the team, dog, they be partners. They be all be ran by Jews.
Right.
So that's why shit get tooken, dog. It ain't that a nigga just fucking with him and you way in the NBA. Shit, the nigga who over this, his partner and his cousin is over that.
Right, it's all connected. It's all
connected.
Yeah, it's all jammed in like together. If the bank could tell you, come get your money, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's almost like kind of like put you on the level of like, if your money ain't good nowhere, how valuable is you having the money then? Like, if it ain't good nowhere, you can't spend it nowhere. It's like if I came out right now with a misdemeanor dollar, and I'm like, boy, I got billions of these fucking dollars, but nobody, I can't spend them with nobody. Do it hold any value then? It's just a piece of paper. That's almost like how they trying to like put Kanye in a position to be like, your money ain't even good. Like, we don't even want your money. You try to open something, you try to buy something, like, with them running the system the way they running it. Your money ain't good with none of us. You can't buy no goods. You can't buy no leather, like nothing. We ain't, we got this so locked up, you can't even buy no supplies you need, because all the people that you need to buy the supply from to do what you need to do, they tied to us. You know what I'm saying? So it eliminates you to a level of having any power, even though you got X amount of dollars.
And that let you know even more so what a nigga saying, you only gonna go so far as to let the people let you go, dog, because how this fucking world is ran.
That's crazy,
so
bro.
And that's just what we into. And I'm glad you said that, because that's the real facts behind this shit. Don't matter how much a nigga try, you gonna get to a ceiling, bro.
Yeah, right. Like, until we can get into a level of like owning, like,
how? When it should just get, that's how the world was rounded from the gate, dog. From the shit that you talking about back in slavery, dog. When a nigga being brainwashed to other shit, and them people got into place, dog. And it's forever. How could it change? for that shit right there. How could it change? You can't even do nothing to even buy something to make something.
Right.
How could it ever change?
I'm thinking if the people that's considered puppets, right? The people that's considered puppets, getting this money, working with these people, but doing a secret agenda behind closed doors to start putting things in place without it being like noticeable, but to a level of more like we under the table, ushering money a certain kind of way to get certain things and getting banks and getting things put in position, to a level, setting up, working on legislation to kind of get in place where we can use the power of what they done use the money for. I think it can happen, but they got to have these secret meetings amongst themselves, and be strong, solid on like the mission, that agenda, the black agenda, the agenda to put us in the next position. I think it can happen. I just think that they got to still work with some of these people, keep their mouth quiet, and usher that money like almost like the Underground Railroad. Like that's how you get, things moving and going to the places that they need to go, because they, you gotta be able to pull a wool over their, over their eyes too, so they don't know what's going on, because as soon as they was to recognize that they're gonna deaden it. So the only way you could do it is under a secret agenda to get it done. And I think if they do that, in some years to come, they children to be in position to kind of do some things that we talking about right now.
That's why, listen, bro. I'm speaking from a point saying it's not going to happen, because that's why the people who get close enough and get on that level, they knock them down like Kanye, or they kill them like Malcolm or Martin Luther King. Because Dr. Sebi and the other dude, you know what I'm saying? Because we not going to let the generations to come to even be privy to this information.
Yeah, we ain't even trying to put you in that position.
So this that you talking about gonna happen is fucking 200 years from now if it keep going like that. We keep getting in there, pulling the wool. Keep giving in there, pull the wool. Shit, we killing the niggas at top to even who gonna start the motherfuckers who start pulling the wool over our eyes. We killing them and stopping it right there every time.
Right, but that's why I say it have to be a secret agenda to a level where they're not really looking at it for what you're actually doing. Like, you just kind of putting these people, because they allow people to get, he getting a bank or he buying a bank, but so long you feel like you're according it to doing, like that they allowing it, or they feel like you working with them on the agenda of what they want. They kind of allowing people to get in those type of positions. All I'm saying is that those people that's in those positions got to have another agenda within themselves to be like, bitch, you think.
It's a small percentage, dog. Right. That's why every blue moon is somebody like Kanye, like Malcolm, like Farrakhan. It's every blue moon, dog, because niggas not going that route, bro. We is choosing that motherfucking money, dog. And we got the mentality that it's just us, my nigga. That's why niggas got these billions, bro. And they got grandkids that don't even got shoes.
Real tough.
So how you talking about you gonna change the world for the people that you don't even know? People you don't even know to come 100 years. My nigga wouldn't even post their nephew who trying to sell books.
Right. Yeah.
I don't understand how one person per family got millions.
Right. Right, and the rest of the family ain't set up properly. I don't know. It's been weird to me.
You get that part?
I get that totally.
How nigga gonna change the world for me and you that don't even know we exist?
Right. It's
niggas
ugly.
borrow money, man.
Right. I'm just saying the mindset of the people would have to be that way. I'm not saying that it is that way. I'm just saying that's what they would have to do. I'm giving you a hypothetical situation of saying if they was thinking like this. Like when you ask how could it happen, I'm like, well, it can happen if they had a secret agenda within themselves to do certain things for real. Like, meaning like we really want to make this happen, even though it might not happen for us directly. For my grandchildren, my great grandchildren, they'll be in position to kind of like be where we want to be at with a certain kind of power, like, you know what I'm saying? And that's why I say these, people talking about, I don't vote, I don't do this and I don't do that. But these type of things is like this, like midterm election thing that's about to happen, that's about to come up on the 8th. Man, that's a serious situation right there, because it changes some of the things that put things in a higher perspective when it come down to the full year, putting somebody like a president in office and things of that nature. We have to get these ground things done first. And if we had people that was working the agenda to be like, we're gonna change the legislation, we're gonna do this and fight for that. Because it gotta start from that legislation's gotta change first. You know what I'm saying? And until we can get that part changed, the stuff that other people are trying to do, like I think that anti-Semitic stuff, man, that shit need to be evaluated. Like, we should be going back into that. We should be arguing a point on, you know, like getting that power kind of like, you know, change, like to some level, especially if we're gonna say votes count. Other than that, then we'll know, man, a vote shit really don't count, because all the people showed up, we all stood for this, and they still ain't changed it. Then we'll know that voting has no power. Like, if we can get on one accord and stand for one thing to make a difference. Like, I think that's the way that we got to make a change, like, for as our people, bro. We got to get more educated on what's important and where the power really lie at, like, you know what I'm saying? And it lie in with people being on one accord and moving a certain kind of way. I think that the power for change lie in the people, bro. Like, I don't know how you feel about that, but I think that the power of change lies with the people. It's you know, because we make these celebrities, we make these people, we make these stars who they are by what we spend on their music, the movies, whatever they do, basketball games, football games, the whole nine. But I don't think that as the people, we don't demand anything from them on the level. Like, I'm kind of surprised that Oprah, like a Jay-Z, people of that nature, Diddy, don't have some type of school, bro. Like, you know, for our people, like, you know what I'm saying, or, you know, a bank or something like that we can start doing some different things with and giving us a better position. Because the reason why I spoke of bank, because banks, like, kind of like they the loans that they give, they give it off for if you black, white, the whole nine. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're not giving it to you off of, like, if you're a black person, you might can't get qualified for a loan that they'll let a white person actually get. And since we have to go to these banks to get these loans and things of that nature, it put us in a disposition of not being able to move forward or move up on a certain level. Like, they let a few of us up, but they don't let enough of us up as a people. But if we had a bank that we can go to that can kind of put us in a situation to be able to do these things, I just think you'll see more black people as a whole moving forward at a faster rate.
Nigga might think or should deserve certain shit because they race is over something. Bruh, nigga gotta get the qualifications. The nigga gotta get the qualifications that it takes to get the loan, my nigga.
Some people are qualified to get certain things,
and they get it.
Not everybody, bro. Like, you know, it's statistically
I'm not trying to be living my life like brainwashed by that, dog. And I'm not gonna get on the podcast and be with that shit, dog. Like, it's some super shit that nigga can't do because they black, dog. I get it to some degree, but not no shit like that, dog. Nigga gotta get the qualifications to get the loan, dog. And nigga gotta start taking the people who a nigga saying in position. Like, I don't understand why we keep being blinded on calling the nigga for what it is, dog. Like, niggas not doing that.
Right.
That's why a nigga gotta fend for themselves, dog. It's like, bro, life is short, dog, and we just passing by this bitch, dog. We just passing through, bro. Man, nigga gotta worry about themselves, dog, and stop waiting on people to come back and get them and fix all the problems for them, dog. Nigga gotta go to work, dog. Be happy with your fucking family. Be happy with your kids, dog. Go to work, take trips, try to invest in some real estate property, dog. Try to build a dream, which is the podcast, PNC music, sell some shirts, dog, and live comfortably within themselves, dog, and spread that knowledge to your fucking offsprings, dog, to live the same type of way, dog, to make it seem, to make sure, dog, the people that keep coming behind you, bro, have a comfortable lifestyle while they here, while they passing through, bro. I don't look that far into life like that, my nigga. People been voting since voting been, bro, it's still going at the rate that it was supposed to go at. Don't matter what vote a nigga voted. That's how I live my life, dog. Other than that, bro, I don't know what else to say. But I can say, dog, and I don't get caught up in talking about we made these people and shit. Nah, dog, niggas use their God-given talent, dog, to do something, and you bought into it. When you go to McDonald's, bro, you ain't going to McDonald's because you supporting them. You going to McDonald's because you hungry.
Because you like a Big Mac or whatever may be the case.
Because
right?
you hungry. That's why you going. You can't say, man, I build McDonald's. That's what the niggas saying about them people. Nah, bro. Them niggas use their God-given talent,
But you telling me that they don't have no other places that I can go to eat besides McDonald's?
You can go to anyone,
right.
but you deciding to go there, bro, because you like it and you hungry, not because you supporting that place, dog. Not niggas saying you made Jay-Z because you bought the Black album in the Blueprint, dog. Nah, bro, you wanted the Black album in the Blueprint, my nigga. It was something about his God-given talent, dog, that made you want to buy in, bro. I'm not looking at it like a nigga made them people, dog.
I can feel you on that side.
Nigga go buy some Timberlands, dog. You ain't motherfucking supporting Timberland. You want them Timberlands because you want it, dog, for your benefits and your impression.
Right.
So that's why I don't look at it like that, because they definitely don't look at it like that, because we wouldn't be right here talking about what they need to do, because we made them.
Right. When they feel like when I feel like you market it to a certain person, that's like, you know.
It don't matter how a nigga get that bitch in front of your face, dog. You still have the power to go get that shit or not.
Right. That's why I say the power lies in the people for any change that's going to actually come. The power lies in the people. The people got to wake up to something. Like,
you know shut, bro, to be keep worrying about all that extra shit, dog. Bro, we passing by, my nigga. We passing through, dog.
I agree.
My grandma worried about all that shit, dog. Rest in peace, her soul. She was passing through. None of that shit made a difference. None of that shit made a difference, dog. Farrakhan been preaching this shit for I don't know if I ever fucking heard about it. Nothing changed. That's why I don't want to buy no final call newspaper and none of that shit.
Right,
that's what I'm trying to tell you. That shit not changing. Saying that I wanted to change or don't want it to change, that's not the stance that I'm taking. I'm just saying what it is, bro. It's not changing.
You speaking reality for as what you see it as. Like
that's what I mean. Yeah, I'm not saying I'm on which side. I wanted to change.
I want, and that's where I'm speaking from, bro. I'm speaking from the perspective of like, damn, I would want it to be equality, equal. You know, black man got just as much a chance to do certain things as anybody else. You know what I'm saying? You're not profiled off of certain things of that nature.
But if it was the other side, bro, we just happen to be on this side from our skin color, dog. If we was on the other side, bro, then
we wouldn't get a ball up to them, huh?
Exactly. That's definitely way more than we call them doing. But at the same time,
I think we character built a little different.
That's what I'm about to say. It is, but at the same time, bro, it ain't like that black motherfucker just so much hate white people, dog. Cause if 100 motherfucking white people was coming in here to do us something, and they had 10 that was coming with them to help us.
Right.
We not gonna fucking sit there like a fucking fool and keep the door open so all they could come in. Ain't like the 10 people about to barrier fucking.
We're gonna block them all out.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm saying it to say that, man, I'm not gonna put my guards down for the 10 people who trying to help us when they got 80 motherfuckers trying to kill me. Right. You know what I'm saying? So it's not that I hate fucking, I think all fucking white people is fucked up, but I'm not going to put my guard down for 10 of you motherfuckers and let the other 80, you know what I'm saying, kill us.
Right. We just don't know who is who. Right. You know what I'm saying?
So they just going to close the door and make sure we safe in this bitch. Nobody coming in.
Right, real talk.
I don't hate white people. I think every fucking white person like that.
You're just protecting your space or whatever you got going on.
So say, man, white people, everybody there, I know that. And I ain't fucking racist to that degree. But shit, that just because 10 people fucking like me, that don't mean erase the shit that you did 400 years ago to my fucking people.
Right.
So I don't hate all white people, dog. If it come off like that, I'm just being real, my nigga. Like, nah, bro, this shit.
I don't think it even come off like that. Like, Gaz, I think you're a type of person that speaks straight up on what you think it is. Like from your perspective of how you view it. And it ain't, you never, to me, I never got nothing twisted on he, you know, hate white people. He hate, you know, I don't hear hate in you, brother, like that. I think you speak truth to power to a level of like, just how I see it, bro. Just how I look at it. No, I'm saying
like to the point to where, not hate them, but like I'm saying, I speak to the degree where a motherfucker get on the other side and think that I'm on their side.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is, I'm not on their side because 10 people fuck with me.
Right, real talk. Okay, I got that. Make that
when
clear.
When 80 fucking don't fuck with me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. You ain't blind to that. Like that's what you clarifying right now. I ain't blind to what's really going on. You know what I'm saying?
I know some people fuck with us.
Yeah, right. But I'm just not, and I'm not a racist person. Like, so, but, going back a little bit on what you were saying about if we was on the other side, with us being on the other side, like, I think at one time we was on the other side, like, you know what I'm saying, like from the African perspective, like, you know what I'm saying, what they had and things that they was doing. Just like they say people came in, the colonizer came in and took over or whatever may be the case. That's because I think as black people, we were more giving, more open to, we was more fair, like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, you can eat. Oh, yeah, you can get that. Oh, yeah, you can get this little spot right here. And then people come in and say, oh, they kind of like, they super nice. You know what I'm saying? To a level to where we can fuck over them and take over them. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I just think that's how it got to a level to where is that where we at today in power. Like, because, and they looking like if we give it back to them or give them some rum to get it back, judging off the way things went all these thousands of years ago, shit, they might not never give it back to us. Like, because nature-wise, they think that we're going to, treat them the same way that they treated us. Like, so of course they're not trying to let their foot off our neck to a degree of giving us some type of situation, but they use a certain amount of us to kind of keep the other ones in control. Like, you
know how you be saying, like, when your mom and shit come up in a certain religion and you get old enough to start using your own logic, that might not be the religion that you want to go with.
Right.
I'm saying that to say, dog, everything that I hear about that shit is always the shit that we got to go off is some long time history ago. Just like the shit that a nigga mama believed in. Like, some of that shit using my own logic don't even be seeming logic. Like, today saying we was once this and once that. How that motherfucker just automatically change to the whole world is ran by these people? That'll make me think, man, it never was like that. Only thing we gotta go over is some history fucking book that somebody read, some philosopher that fucking read.
Right, because it seems so far-fetched.
That's what I'm saying, because it seems like it's not even possible, bro, for us to have everything and then we ain't got shit. We too low to the bottom of the barrel. So I'm starting to use my own beliefs, like you said. When you get old enough, you use your own beliefs. Like, all we going off is some doctrine, some biblical motherfucker who sit behind a computer and read all these books and then spread their knowledge down to other people. Right. Farrakhan, Muhammad, like all them people, bro. Like, but damn, the time, so much time has passed. That's what I said about the people getting to the top, to where it sounds unbelievable when it gets to this generation, because it's so fucking far. So if the people start fighting right now that you were saying, they kill them off, and then next time you hear about that shit, be 200 years ago talking about they'll be calling us ancestors right now. The shit that we talking about right now, they'll be calling us ancestors. That shit can't be real. With the shit that MEANA and Gas were talking about on the podcast, they gonna be reading this shit in one of the history books and fucking social study classes. Yeah, they had MEANA and Gas on the podcast.
They spoke, and it was this, yeah, right. And it sounded like,
and they were like, damn, they were doing that. How we so far behind? So we just going off some history book. We don't know who wrote that shit about Gas and MEANA. It could be true, it could be not true, but I'm starting to think that shit ain't even true.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Like, for today,
I can get your point on that. Like, to where, because I question it within myself to, a certain degree of it. Like, I question myself to, like, how we know this true? Like, even reading the Bible or anything like that, I just be like, how we know, especially when you say, it's the King James version. So when I'm like, well, what other version they had? Because you letting me know this is the King James version. Like, so that means he telling me what he want me to know in it, and he done changed some things up to be the way he wanted to be. So how we know, and people living off of that fact of that particular King James version, like, according to the King James version, this is this and that. And I'm like, well, damn, like, who is King James? Like, nobody like dissecting who King James was and what kind of person he was to even know why some of the things was altered in the Bible. Why we couldn't just take the original book from however it came and nobody never changed nothing. That's the book that we still like use to the day. But when you change things up, you alter it to put yourself in a certain position to be looked at a certain way, or or highlighted a certain kind of way. So yeah, I question that to but I always think the truth resides within yourself. You know what I'm saying? I think like when you read something and you take it in like, this shit's stupid, it's bogus. Or you'll take some shit and be like, you know what, this shit make a lot of sense. It resonates in you to feel like something right in it to that level. So when I go back on it, and what makes sense to me is to be like, black people had to be the first people that actually was here, because we can make any color, but no color can make us. So at one time, it had to be, the original man had to be a black man, like out the gate, and off of that, I could believe that he was, he was the king and ruler and things of that nature. That's one of the reasons why I take that into being like, I could believe one day we, in the past that we used to be royalty, kings, queens, the whole, like the taste, the whole, the love for gold, or love for jewelry, all that's a part of us. Like, so when you go back and you look back at these people, and these pharaohs was dressed up in all this like designer shit and silks and the finest of this, I feel like, yeah, man, like I kind of believe it, because today, we kind of have that same infatuation with certain things, nice dreads, like we like the best of the best, like those type of things are still a part of our genetics. So, that when I start reading that and I start using what's in me, it makes me look at it. We
don't know what we like, dog. The best of the best that we all like. We is motherfucking manipulated,
yeah,
to what we like. We don't know what we like. We like the shit that come from the people that we say we don't like. How that's not the best of the final things when we like the best that come from the people that's saying that they don't like us. I don't understand that. All the designer shit that you love is come from the white people that's saying we hate, that we spend all our money, we go lay it on our bills to get.
I went past that,
hey, all that shit. And nigga can't say fucking, because 40 years, 100 years down the line, something else, another reason popped up why a nigga likes something and then say I believe it because they liked it, this shit 18 to 1800. Nah, man, nigga like this shit today, man, from the hip hop culture. So that shit not about to make me believe this real because some people liked it 100 years from another reason. Nah, I ain't sitting on the podcast with that positive shit, with that shit like that when I know it ain't the truth, dog. I'm on this bitch to give out that fucking real, and that's what a nigga doing. Nigga love them chains, them jewelry and shit from the #1 stunner. Birdman started that shit. A lot of that shit like that came from them dudes. So I'm not going to take that, though, and say I believe the shit that happened in the 1800s because this shit came back up from another reason. No, I'm not doing that.
Like I said, I gave my breakdown on why it makes sense to me. The pharaohs
and all that shit.
It makes sense to me.
That's cool,
yeah,
but
I studied that. I like history
say it makes sense because something happened for another reason 100 years ago, dog.
You ever heard of Mansa Musa?
Yeah, but I don't want to get all that Bible shit anyway. But look, this is a post that I seen. It say fucking, I don't know who was saying that shit, but I had something to say, but I couldn't wait to the podcast day because it said like we need to start worrying about and taking care of all our black queens. You hear me? Dog, and the shit I want to tell you, like, just because a motherfucking black and she a female don't just make her a queen, dog.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
Not when you don't have no queen tendencies, like, that comes with a responsibility within itself. Like, you got to carry yourself a certain kind of way to be respected as a queen. Because even when we're gonna go and talk about queens and all this kind of stuff, fuck, they had peasants too. You know what I'm saying? They had peasants. She's a peasant. You know what I'm saying? She's a whore. She's trash. Like these ain't new terms, bro. These are characteristics of people, how they carried themselves and how they was looked upon and how they was respected, and they got respected off the way they carried themselves. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I don't think that just because you're a female or you're a black person or whatever that you consider the queen. You got to carry yourself like a queen to be respected.
You got to carry yourself like a queen, dog. You said it all. You got to carry yourself like a queen, and nigga can't get it fucked up to where they worry about a fucking black queen and get treated like shit as a black king. You know what I'm saying?
Talk that shit, right? Because it's reciprocal. You should be able to treat me the way you want to be treated, you should be able to be treating me, you know, like the same kind of way. You should be honoring me the same way I honor you. It shouldn't be one-sided. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't think that a woman should just be bowing down to a man. I don't think a man should just be bowing down to a woman. I think it should be a mutual respect for each other as man and woman, and build from there. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And I don't know too many females, dog. Might be a small selective. I don't know too many females that don't play the game, bro. That mess with this one and mess with that one. I just don't, bro. Damn near every person that I know married, dog, with the social media, big house, big family, like everything lovely and dovely. When I go to work, I just go out to these places, dog. It's not like that. They have the most divorces. They have the most ex.
Right.
So social media making you think she a black queen and you belittling yourself.
Right. So you think that's how they judge? They justifying?
Yeah, because I see some shit that's saying, yeah, man, a nigga will leave a good queen for they been with 7 years and then go marry a hoe in 9 months.
Right.
Just being good, dog, don't make you a good queen. Don't make you, dog, because you beautiful and your body look good. You know what I'm saying? You motherfucking you demanding. You manipulative. That shit right there. You motherfucking got a fucking tantrum. You got a fucking temper of a 3-year-old. You controlling, and you always trying to change a nigga and away from their dreams, away from the shit that they believe in, and then you have shit.
What you mean you have shit?
You be left with nothing when you get sick and tired of it. You don't have shit, and this motherfucker on to the next. And that other chick who you calling the hoe, maybe she ain't do them type of things.
But I think the reason that they call them a hoe is probably because of their actions as well. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't think people just calling a person a hoe because you left one person to go to another. Like, you know what I'm saying? People do that all day, all the time. It don't always necessarily go that way. I think when they see you left a good woman, it don't really be about looks, because a good woman is the character that's within her. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, she could be a
but
fat
everything
chick.
Everything I just said, you don't do that. And this other chick that you call, that don't make her a hoe. That don't make her a hoe neither. It make her a hoe to you, bro. Like, who putting the definition on, is she a hoe?
No,
because she don't look like you and she don't do what you do.
You talking about the woman, huh?
Yeah, I'm talking about the woman.
Oh,
because
right.
she don't do what you do, she do this other shit.
Right. I mean, and I agree with you that's not what, you know, classify a woman as a whole, like, because she not you, like, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, what classifies a woman as a whore is whole tendencies, whole actions, like things of that nature. If you're doing whole actions, then that's what it is.
That's what I started off with. I don't know a motherfucker who don't play the game, bro. Married or not married. So everybody hoes. I don't know too many motherfuckers who don't play the game. That's why I started off. The motherfuckers who saying that they got the good actions, they play the game too, dog. When I go to work, these dudes be married for 40 years asking me about the bitches.
Right.
You hear me? And vice versa.
Right.
Bitches be married. I didn't talk to a lot of bitches that was married.
Right.
It's nothing.
Right.
That love shit, beautiful home, beautiful family, that shit is a facade, my nigga.
Right, because that goes back to those material objects don't bring total happiness, bro. That's momentarily happiness. Like, you know what I'm saying? That house just become a house. Like, you know what I'm saying? That bitch a car just become a car. It could be a Benz, it could be a Maybach. You know, after a while, that bitch just got 4 wheels and a steering wheel
Love
on it.
and
Like,
trust.
You know?
I ain't getting caught up into that shit. I can't bring that shit to energy. You know what I'm saying? And pay this bill. I can't pay my fucking credit cards down with love and trust.
No, you can't.
All that shit be a facade, my nigga. And everybody play the game.
You can't. I wouldn't say everybody. I just say
majority play the game.
Yeah,
I don't know too many motherfuckers, because you gotta walk on eggshells out this motherfucker, because there's always somebody better than you.
I mean, right, but that's why you move, because somebody look better than a person like that.
I say it's always somebody better. I ain't say look. It's always somebody better than you.
Right.
So motherfucking relationships, it could be over at a split decision, my nigga. Because you always tempted with somebody that's better than you.
I mean, right. If you can't control yourself, you can't control yourself. If you think the grass is like green on the other side, then you're gonna try it. You're gonna go over there. You know what I'm saying? All of it's grass. Like, you know,
it's nature, dog. That's why majority of people have divorces.
Right. I just think they ain't equally yoked and then on the right mindset. Like, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, bro. Like,
but when they got married, they was. It's very slim. It's very rare that a person is with the person that they first met.
Yeah,
that's
real. You're talking about the first person that they met.
Yeah, that's real. You know what I'm saying? But when they married them, they felt like they was equally yoked.
Right. Until we lived together and start seeing that we don't have a lot in common that we thought we had in common. See,
20 years later, nigga get busted. That's what it. That
too.
That's what I'm saying. That lets you know we're not equally yoked.
But they sometimes they got things that happen in those relationships that make people go opposite way. They got people that grow together and they got people that grow apart. You know what I'm saying? They'll get together, but then they grow apart because now we got a lot of differences, you too demanding. Things you say, you're manipulative. Like, those things come out sometimes in a relationship. Sometimes people get married faster than they know a person. They get married just off of just emotion. Or I'm in love, it really be infatuation. Or I like how she look, we have fun for 2 years back to back to back. Oh, that's about to be my wife. But now that y'all live together and got to do certain things and then life start hitting you with real shit. Oh, he got laid off, this happened. Oh, she got laid off. You got to come up with all the money.
Yeah, that let a nigga know that love and that trust shit wasn't real. Because motherfuckers going in to win. It don't matter if it's 6 months after marriage or 26 years after marriage.
Right.
When that shit happen, motherfucker going in to win. Cause I could do better.
I think anytime anybody find a way that they feel like, I can't live with this no more, I don't want to live the rest of my life this way, is bound to go apart. Like, that's just natural, whether it's the first day or 50 years later. Like, whenever we get to that level where we feel like, man, I can't do this no more or whatever, that's the route that people choose to leave. If a man was cheating and he continue to cheat, it gets time to a level where she get fed up. Same thing. Man might take some shit off his girl till you get to a level where he be like, you know what, bro, I can't take this shit no more. And that's when it depart at. Like, not that saying that the problems ain't always exist. They probably always did exist.
Oh yeah, motherfucker, be quick to tell you that. Oh, you met me like this.
Yeah, it always existed. You just ignored it and you thought you could live with it until you found out I can't fucking live with that.
And social media got the biggest. I don't even know how this shit came about. That got the biggest shit to do with motherfucking relationships, dog. Motherfucker, I agree. Motherfucker, get dog. It be times where you will see your significant other picture on Instagram before it gets. It don't even get sent to you. It gets sent to Instagram. So who really got your bitch? Instagram.
Say it again. I was lost on that one.
Dog, half of the times your motherfucking old lady or your old man, they put a picture on Instagram without even sending it to you.
Yeah, before you never even saw it yet, right?
So that's who really got your bitch? Instagram.
Talk that shit.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
It's like, damn, why I ain't get that motherfucker?
Yeah, right.
Before Instagram. So that's how I say, dog, Instagram really got your bitch, and you a motherfucker who fiend for attention. So how you think you could compete with 20 million motherfuckers who giving her attention when you just one person?
Right.
That's how I look at all that shit.
Right, but that's if that person is built like that. If that's our psyche, that's our mindset. Then yeah, that's the biggest issue.
That's why social media is so big. That is a big issue, dog. Don't matter how much a nigga try to portray, it ain't, dog. A portray they have a happy life, dog. When you could just see it, don't be that, bro. Right. The majority, dog, is attention driven.
Right. That's it. Social media is attention driven, and people that live on it and get justification from it. That's or validation from it.
What a motherfucker gotta do is start. That should be number one. What a nigga gotta look past the body and the actions that she make you feel some type of way, good or bad. Nigga gotta start looking at the fucking like social media blueprint. Right. You know what I'm saying? That gotta be a requirement. Because if your bitch just constantly going on Instagram, that let you know this a bitch who fiend for attention.
Right.
No matter how much that you got, it can't compete with this shit.
Yeah, this what it's about.
So you can't even give her the amount of attention that you thinking she deserves what she want because
she need it from them. She need the validation from these million of people.
And that's why your bitch that's why Instagram getting the picture before you.
Right. That's real talk. I like that theory. You know what I'm saying? And I think even jobs judge that now. You know what I'm saying? Jobs even want to see your social media. You know what I'm saying? They want to see what you post and things of that nature to kind of see who I'm dealing with, who I'm about to fucking give a job to, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, this shows a lot of your personality. They show what you into. You know what I'm saying? And like you say, I think guys or girls should judge off that when they deciding if that's who they want to be with. And this nigga always on here doing this or putting his chains on, and you know who you doing it for? Because it ain't for me. I saw you.
I should have had you making you look less of a man. Like damn, I can't even. And sometimes, bro, I've been in relationships where I be had to question myself. What the fuck is I'm here for?
Right.
I know what I'm here for. Money.
Right.
Because these days, motherfucker won't be the man in a relationship. Motherfucker won't cut the grass and work on the washing machine.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We got them. I actually wash your car. I can wash your car so many times in the fucking driveway. We got long holes. I don't understand how you keep coming back with the car wash.
Right. Why you have to go?
Why you got to go? You know what I'm saying?
Why you gotta go? Like, right, you know what I'm saying? But people, like I said, the attention driven is a big thing, and that's one of the reasons why a lot of marriages and a lot of relationships, period, not working, because like you said, you can't give that person the attention that they actually really want, what they really want. And like you see it in even celebrity type status, like chicks bounce around with these stars, like because their whole level is they trying to get they self exposed to a level of like, I want to be bigger than all these niggas. Like, I'm with this nigga, but my actual mission is to be bigger than all these niggas.
I see this shit too much, bro. Like, these days, some dudes and most females, they don't know what the fuck they want, bro.
Right. Listen, bro. You could be a chick can have you. You could be her third or fourth like option with her, like, you know what I'm saying, and she would pick you as her one because that's who her homegirls like. Like they talking about.
Fact.
Oh, he popular. That's such a girl. You know that's such.
No, he gonna fuck with
yeah,
me.
But knowing at the end of the day, dude, don't you know you
got
third,
money.
You're the third or fourth option to him, like, you know what I'm saying. Instead of selling, chilling with a guy that can make you be number one for you, like, you know what I'm saying, or be the right person for you. Instead, you want the dude that's popular. That goes back to the attention spot of, like, if I could be on his side, no matter if I'm third or fourth, so long I'm on his side, I'm one of them, they see me with him, that still highlight me a certain kind of way than to be with the average Joe that nobody gonna really recognize me for. So that's social media in real life.
You don't want the average motherfucker.
Listen, that's social media in real life. That's off the gram. That's real life social media.
Life.
That's how they do it in real life. That's the social media before social media, but that plays a part with social media today, if that makes sense.
You don't want the average nigga until you all fucking beat up and beat out, you all washed up. You don't want him to 10,000 miles on that pussy. Then you want the average nigga because you tired of the street niggas, you tired of the balling niggas who you was fourth and fifth, and this nigga ain't coming home at night, and you're getting on the phone with your girlfriends. Oh, he just went on vacation, and you're lying and shit. But this nigga, you can't even reach this nigga. Talking about he went on vacation. That's the type of niggas you want. You don't want that average nigga until you ran through, and then the average nigga,
he peep game.
Yeah, he gonna start peeping game. Oh, you just looking for a financial advisor. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? and then look, brother, and then.
That's what you call him, a financial advisor.
That's all you looking for. Right. You ran through. You dig? And then once he realized he gonna leave you, and then now you come to the point. Oh, these niggas, all these niggas ain't shit. Woo, woo, woo. And then you kissing chicks and you stripping on the pole. And now you fuck with studs. Right. Big facts. This no Rap Cap podcast, man. Every Tuesday, every Thursday, 7 p.m. You better get with the program, man. If you're not fucking with Gas and MEANA, you need to reflect. And go to the corner, man, and sit on some rice or some sandbags or something, because you're missing out. Every Tuesday, every Thursday, be sure to subscribe. I go by GASDAHATER, man.
Man, I'm Mr. MEANA, the instigator.
And you already know what to watch.
Watch this, don't watch that other shit.
Yeah.
Boom.